All right, we are live at the Construction Owner Summit. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Lou Perez from Lumber, and I am going to be having interviews with attendees that are in the crowd. So we're going to be randomly filtering people over to us so that we can ask them questions, learn about who they are, and what they have to do with the construction industry. With us first is our first guest is Kai. So Kai, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Kyle Day, and I'm here with CMHQ, and we do marketing for construction.
Marketing for construction. So why would a construction company want to do marketing with you for CMHQ?
Well, we actually specialize in brand awareness.
Okay, so brand awareness. What would brand awareness do for a construction company?
So what that actually does is that attracts top-tier talent, and then that also retains your employees.
Would you say employees would be a construction company's number one fan?
Definitely.
Awesome. And how can people find you?
Just look up constructionmarketinghq.com.
What do you think of the event so far?
I'm having a great time so far. I'm loving it here.
Awesome. Are you meeting a lot of prospects, a lot of construction companies out there?
Yep, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a partner and coming out to the summit. And if you want to go ahead and invite the next person in line, who I think that person right there. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Just tuning in. We are interviewing people, attendees from the Construction Owners Summit. All right, I don't see your name on the name tag, but go ahead and tell me who you are.
I'm Tiffany Bernhardt Schultz from the Better Business Bureau.
Oh, from the Better Business Bureau. Okay, great. So what are you doing here at the Construction Owners Summit today?
Thank you for having us here today. We're talking with business owners and business associates about how important it is to do your homework on a company before you do business with a company. And we're also talking about scams and how you can elevate your business with trust through our accreditation program.
Oh, that's wonderful. So then how do companies reach out to you, ask for help, and how do you guide them in that direction?
Well, if you're a consumer, we want you to do your homework, and you can start that on bbb.org. Read the information that you find on a company. If you can't find any information, you do want to proceed with caution. But if you do find information on a company, you want to find out what their BBB rating is, what consumers are saying about them, read reviews, read complaints, read how that business owner is handling those complaints. If you are a business who is interested in learning more about our programs, especially our accreditation program, you can visit us here at the expo, or you can give us a call, or even visit us online for more information about that program.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for coming out. I know a lot of the construction owners have stopped by and spoke with you, so it's great that you're here and attending and being part of everything. And is there anything else that you want to put out there for any of the construction owners that you feel like would be helpful?
This is a great opportunity to network and learn more about the industry. Lots of different vendors here to chat with and make connections with.
Well, thank you. And Tiffany, appreciate it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. And yeah, go ahead and pass the mic to the next person in line, and we'll go from there.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, come on down. I see your name is Jeff.
Yes.
Jeff, I'm
Hey,
Lou
Lou.
Perez with Lumber. So, Jeff, tell me about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Well, my name is Jeff Statz. I'm a retired Air Force contracting officer. I currently own Stats Specialty Services, my son and I. Small veteran-owned business. We are doing gutter installs, gutter maintenance, gutter cleaning. So basically anything to do with your gutters.
Awesome.
And our slogan is get your mind out of the gutter. Ours is already there.
I love that slogan.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
And is there anything that you would like to tell our viewers out there that are interested in knowing more about your business?
Just that, we're a small business. We take pride in what we do. We always say, when you're looking at a job, would I be happy with that if it was me? If the answer is no, then we correct it until it's done right. So we take pride in our work. We, with being military, integrity is a very big part of the military world, and we carry that into our business.
Awesome. And then how do people find you?
You can find us on the web. We're at statsssllc.com, or you can call us. Phone number is 608-387-2561.
Wonderful. And then how's the event working out for you so far?
Really good. Meeting some nice people, had some good discussions with NARI. Got some good information from the SBA. The Veterans Chamber of Commerce is a really good organization, so I'm looking to meet with them some more, get some more information from them.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jeff. We appreciate
All right,
it.
well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, everybody, this is a great resource. If you're a construction company, a business owner, just looking for more information that can help you with your business, the Construction Owner Summit is definitely a great resource to get a lot of information. So if you want to pass the microphone on to the next
Sure.
person, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you just grab the mic then.
Come on down.
Hi, Lou. Hi, Lou.
I
How are
don't
you?
have your name.
My name is Tom Christian. You know these?
Oh, yeah, Tom Christian. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all decorated.
Okay, nice. All right, Tom. So tell me who you are and what you do.
Well, I'll keep it pretty broad. My name's Tom Christian, and I work for the Department of Workforce Development in the state of Wisconsin. And all we're doing is trying to promote the resources that are available through the Department of Workforce Development, free resources for employers and job seekers, and hoping that we can connect the two together.
Oh, that's a great resource.
Yeah, yeah.
So how's the event working out for you so far?
You know, I've been to several of the events through the chamber.
Yep.
And I have to honestly say that I've had a great experience at each one of them, and this one certainly included. I enjoy being here. I'm glad that we're on their radar, and they're a great partner. You know, not so much a resource, but a great partner. So I'm glad that we're in touch and can do things together.
That's wonderful. So then how do people find you, get more information?
Well, it's really simple. Just go to the Department of Workforce Development website, and you know what? Just so I don't give the wrong one, I brought my cheat sheet with me, and the Department of Workforce Development website is dwd.wisconsin.gov.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming out to the event. Thank you for sharing all your information with us.
Well, good, and thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
bye-bye.
Oh, actually, you could pass it to the next person. Tom.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, Tom. We'll see you around. All right, we have another guest coming. This man, his name is Mark. So, Mark, tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Mark Kennedy, co-founder of Shape Connect. We are an organization that diagnostically helps companies find and select software and services.
Interesting. So then, why would it be important for a construction company to utilize your service?
So we help companies lay kind of that, without sounding too cliche in the construction world, that foundation within a business. I use that when not talking to construction as well. But so essentially, we've been through the process of knowing kind of what the right tools are that you need for your business. And we can help you kind of avoid those missteps and avoid the missteps with vendors that maybe aren't the best. So our vendors are fully vetted. They've worked with us. We kind of have a 3-tier system in our platform, and only the best vendors, we've worked with them a whole lot. So a good example of that, I just used it very recently here, was a lot of organizations hear from a friend that they need to go buy Google ads to advertise their business. But maybe they don't have a website, or maybe their website is terrible, or they don't have a way to capture the leads that are going to be generated or driven to that website. So our business experts, our solution consultants can come in and say, hang on, buying Google ads is great for your business, and maybe there's a time and place for that. But right now, let's focus on your website first so that we can get that taken care of. And then we can start driving traffic to that website.
Smart. Very smart. So then, ideally, what would be the right candidate that would come across Shape Connect? So would they be a smaller company, mid-sized company? You know, when do they decide that they need to start using your service to start connecting them to the right technology?
So we work with everything from startups, I will say, all the way up until 50 to even $100 million a year is where our organizations land. There's always, we work with companies that are larger than that. Obviously, startups are, starting right away. A lot of times we'll come into organizations that are already established and kind of audit their business and see where there are discrepancies. So one of the roles that I will work on is the software selection side. Co-founder Brian will work with the services selection, but I can come in and help companies identify maybe where there's some data silos, duplicate data entry, maybe where the business isn't connected in certain areas, and then recommends platforms that will connect to those. So example, right now, we've got an organization that has a payroll system that doesn't connect with their ERP. And so we can work with them to either connect the two of them. We have vendors that will build out the API connections between those, or we can find a new software company or a new payroll company that would work with that ERP. Like somebody right here. Yeah.
That's awesome. So Mark, tell me a little bit about yourself. So how did you even get into this?
So I started a managed service provider, which is an IT services firm, taking care of organizations kind of from all the way from the very bottom to the very top of their technology stack about 15 years ago. I sold it about 7 years ago and did a whole bunch of kind of what I'll say fractional CIO work, where I was helping organizations at that very high level just understand their technology and how to use it within their business. Brian, co-founder, came back with this idea. He came back stateside after working, being deployed overseas for the Army, with this idea of, hey, there's a need out there to help connect companies with quality vendors. And I was like, this is a great idea. And thought about, it's essentially what I was doing at that consulting with the CIO level. And what's great about the platform now is we've got a tool now that can help us do that with even more organizations and really help them. And so my background is in IT. It's also in business. And that's where I really love to work, is right where the kind of business and technology touch. My favorite story to tell in that is I had an owner one time tell me, I don't want a computer, or we don't need these computers. Why do we need these things? And I said, that's fine. We can take a computer off of your desk. Like you don't need that. I can give you an abacus. Gives you a pen and paper. To which, of course, he said, no, I don't want to do that. But he started to understand the value of technology and what it brings to the company.
Amazing. So how do people find you?
They can go to shapeconnect.com. That's our website there. If they go there, they can sign up and kind of start going through what we call our quick connect process. That will send you through a quick diagnostic survey around your business. It asks you what your need is, and then we can connect you with a vendor. We can also then connect you with one of our business experts as well that can kind of help better understand who your organization is.
Last question. How's the event working out for you?
Event's been great. This has been a phenomenal event to not only marry the construction world, but the veterans in the world, and be able to just kind of see the camaraderie that's happening here and the community that's being built up around these two things that they are two areas. Veterans and construction have gone together a long time. And so it's just been great to be able to see that happening.
Amazing. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Lou.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Oh, actually, here. And then if you want to, I don't know if there was anybody else jumping in.
I think it was Brian.
Megan might know.
Are you ready?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
We have the other half
Oh,
of Shape Connect coming in. Is it the better half?
it depends on the day.
He's
That's
not-
debatable.
He's not looking. No, okay. So we know. So this is Brian with Shape Connect. Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I started. I was in the Army Reserve. I was a signal officer, so I did a lot of work helping the military identify technologies or evaluate different technologies. And that passion kind of carried over into the civilian sector. So worked quite a bit with actually medical practices. I was working for Siemens, so big German company, manufacturing of all kinds of goods, but worked with a lot of medical companies, and then technology selection there. It kind of moved into the construction space when I met Mark. You know, we really wanted to help companies identify the right technologies.
That's amazing. Hold on, let me check the microphone. We got a test. Oh, it's mine.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. How about now? Okay, I think we're good now.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. Sorry to cut you off. So go ahead.
yeah. So again, just kind of doing a lot of work evaluating just technologies for the military when I was in the Army Reserve as a signal officer, and then meeting Mark and just understanding the dynamic where construction companies are really seeking to digitally transform and modernize. So trying to apply some of those skills, to software selection and things like that in the construction space is largely what we've been focused on.
Interesting. So then, well, first and foremost, thank you for your service. So, and it's been an interesting dynamic with this event, meeting all the veteran-owned construction companies and what they're bringing to the table and how important they are. So, do you feel like Shape Connect positions yourself in a way that no other company can in connecting businesses with the technology and the services that they need to better than anybody else? Like, how do you really stand out and differentiate between? I don't even know if there is anybody else out there actually that is trying to do this.
So yes, that's a good question. So yeah, we believe we're a little bit in a blue ocean in terms of what we're doing, where there are some competitors that have ratings and review sites for software tools or business services. And I think that information and data can be helpful. You know, it's good to kind of take a look at everything that exists in a market, but when you're a busy construction owner or leader, trying to make a decision if you're looking up an ERP tool or a payroll tool or a CRM, and you're getting a list of 50 of them, and everybody's got pretty good ratings, it's really about how does that fit into my business. So our approach is to be much more diagnostic. People come into our platform and they take some assessments, and we understand their processes. And so by understanding how their business operates and having vendors already have given us information, we can create alignment much better. So they get a much shorter list of options with us compared to, broader rating and review sites in the market.
I really like that approach, the diagnostic approach. Where did you get that from?
I think when we started the business, right in COVID, right when COVID happened, I think our first day was when the world shut down, and then recognizing we weren't going to have our platform built to kind of do the assessment in an automated way, kind of the way we do it today. We did it consultatively. We got on the phones with people. We got on the Zooms with people. We went when we could go back into offices. We went into offices. So it just seemed very natural to want to learn more about the unique aspects of a company before prescribing something. Over time, it's we've made that process faster. With our platform and our own automation to say, you should use this tool within your business. So it was a strategy. The idea is to meet with a bunch of companies in the construction space, really understand the construction industry well. Mark already had background, but we wanted to go deeper. So our whole approach for the first 2 years or so was to be face-to-face with our customers.
So then along this journey, what would you say would highlight potentially your largest success story throughout?
There was a large-scale roofing company in the Chicagoland area, or seeking to be a large-scale roofing company that started to win projects with Walmarts and Targets and major organizations. And the growth was there. They were a growing organization. It was just that the stress in that business was high because of their systems. Their systems were still very Excel-based, some paper-based things were going on. And so that selection of the right ERP, in which we selected Acumatica. We loved the versatility of Acumatica because it was open API, could connect into a lot of other things. They had some existing tools, so we didn't have to disrupt their business as much. But getting that core system in and then making sure it was working the right way for them was, I would say, one of the best success stories. And I know they're now in multiple states. big projects, the company is in just a great position, and we've been able to sustain. They keep coming back to us for other tools and solutions, so we've been able to kind of grow with them.
That's amazing. So, is there anything that you would like to tell your future clients? Anything about Shape Connect?
I would say the biggest thing is we'd love for people to try the platform out and just get that. If nothing else, I think you walk away without any investment. You walk away with some sort of, where is my business at? Like, what are my gaps in the way of, in particular, technology? And I think that is, it's valuable. You don't have to make decisions on it right now, but at least where you have issues and where those issues could be solved with the right tools, and longer term, you get a roadmap from us in the platform of, what tools you should be leveraging in your business and how it all works together.
So it just sounds like, just getting started, a startup construction company. A lot of people just go straight to Google and start trying to figure things out. What do I need to use? Why go through that work when they have a Shape Connect? So it just sounds like it makes sense that you would be the starting point then. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that would be fair. You
Okay.
could come in, you could take a few assessments with us, and then we still provide kind of the concierge support.
Okay.
We have a team of what we call solution experts. That's myself, Mark, Yvonne, and we make sure that you get a personal touch, and then we also use the power of our data to help you make good decisions, get the right tools for business. So.
Awesome. Well, Brian, do people get a hold of you directly? Do they go through the website? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can go through the website, shapeconnect.com. Just click Get Started and share a little bit about what you're trying to accomplish. From there, we'll reach out to you, and you can always send us an email too. If that's people more comfortable with that, just info@shapeconnect.com, and we can answer questions that way as well.
Thank you. Oh, did I ask you already? How's the event working out for you?
The event's great. And I think one of the best thing about the event is any ecosystem, right? We're in Wisconsin. It is helpful for us to know other partners that kind of encircle construction companies. And that doesn't always mean, services or software partners. There's partners here that help with, making a healthier staff, right? Physical therapy, things like that. I mean, it's just good to understand who's in the ecosystem for construction and who's able to support construction companies in various ways. There's groups here that help with veteran hiring, connecting veterans with construction companies. I didn't really know who did that. So that is always helpful for us because we always want to be a resource to our customers, and, hiring's always been an issue. Now we know there's somebody here to get veterans into construction companies. So just seeing the ecosystem is great.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Well, thank you, Brian.
Thank you so much,
We
Lou.
appreciate it. Yep.
Appreciate
If you want to pass the mic, the baton on to the next person. All right. Who do we have coming down today?
Hi, I'm Steve from Attention to Detail Home Improvements and Repair.
All right, Steve, tell us, what do you guys do?
We do home remodeling. So interior,
okay.
exterior, kitchens, bathrooms, basements, decks, sunrooms.
Awesome. And then where do you guys particularly work? In any specific areas?
Kind of northern Illinois.
Okay.
So Lake Geneva area, Milwaukee, Kenosha, Racine County is big. That's the big areas.
Okay.
But northern Illinois is kind of our bread and butter.
And then what makes you guys stand out?
Like the title says,
Attention to detail.
Yeah, I was in the Navy for 29 years, and
well, thank you for your service.
Just attention to detail, and I treat every project like it's my own.
Oh, I love that.
I tell
Okay.
the homeowners that I'm not going to put anything in your house that I wouldn't put in mine.
Yeah.
As far as materials, things like that. We vet all our employees. I would not have them in your house if I wouldn't have them in my house.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes to work has a shirt on of some sort, some kind of marking that who they work for. They're pleasant, they're courteous. All our vehicles are marked. I'm proud of my business. So we don't show up in a rusty old truck with ladder held on with Christmas lights like you see at local Menards and places like that, So yeah, we just try to do a really good job, and people will enjoy their project for years. We don't advertise, so it's all the trucks.
Wow.
I get calls a lot of times. The phone will ring. I'll be sitting at a traffic light, and they'll be like, "Hey, can you look over to your right?" I'm like, they're waving, and they're on the phone with me. Do you do this? Yeah. Give me a call. Word of mouth is a big one, and referrals. I got customers that are 10 years old
Wow.
that just keep calling back.
That says a lot
Yep.
about your business.
Yep. So,
That's great. And then how do people find you?
they see our trucks.
And do you have a
We
website?
got a website. We
Okay.
got Facebook, of course. All the social media stuff.
Yep.
Families, all that.
Yep.
We've got a website. We got Facebook. Trucks is the big thing.
Yeah.
People see them a lot. So yeah, that's how they find us.
That's great. And then how many employees are you guys up to?
I've got 5.
Awesome.
So that's a good number. Probably like to have 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
We're just so busy.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a couple more. We've never had a slow time.
That's
which,
good.
Knock on wood. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We go to a lot of. I go to a lot. My wife and I go to a lot of events, and a lot of training sessions are like, well, when you have a slow time, you can come and get a certification in this. And I'm like, we don't have a slow time.
Yeah. It doesn't.
The only time it's slow if it's downpour, I just call it a rain day.
Yeah.
And I take care of my guys. But yeah, we work Monday through Friday. Don't work the weekends, so that's a plus for my employees. They can be home with the family.
Yeah.
We start at 8:30 in the morning. Which some people are like, "Wow, that's late." No, because the average homeowner doesn't want you in their house at 7
Right.
because they're either getting up or getting ready for work. They don't want to be bothered.
Let them enjoy their cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we get there at 8:30. I'll meet the homeowner, of course. And a lot of times they're like, here's our garage code. Here's a key. Here's however you're going to get in the house. Please put the dog up when you get there. Or watch out for the cat. So there's a lot of trust. We've got keys and codes to doctors' offices that they normally wouldn't give out, but they trust me and my company, to do the work and to be there and do it right.
So along this whole journey, has there been like a really interesting success story behind the scenes? Has there been 1 year just something stood out or anything like that?
We've had a lot of really cool remodels from decks that the homeowner comes to you at the last minute and says, "Hey, can you get it done by the 3rd of July?" And it's 15th of May, and we're talking a major 2-story deck, wraps around an entire house on the lake.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
we got her done. It was 8:00 at night on July 3rd, and we were packing up the truck.
Wow. That's great.
I do other things. I like a challenge.
Okay.
A lady came to me one time and said, "I've got a stand-up piano that her and her mom refinished.
Yeah.
Beautiful piano, but she had a stroke, so she couldn't play piano anymore.
Mm.
But she liked wine, so she said, 'Can you turn it into a bar?' So I did. It's gorgeous.
That's interesting.
I mean,
Yeah.
when she saw it, she burst out into tears.
Yeah.
And she actually had a moving company come and they hauled it to Arizona where they live.
Mm.
So we just finished a major basement remodel with a theater room that's something out of Star Wars. You walk in there and everything is from starlight ceilings to custom cabinets that I built for them. Everything is all digital, voice control. It's just unbelievable.
That is so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Attention to detail, everybody.
Detail, yeah.
Well, Steve, thank you so much
Yeah,
for stopping by.
Appreciate it. Thank
Really
you.
appreciate you.
Alrighty.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Mike?
Mike. Yeah.
I'm Lou. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, Mike, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah. Hi there. So I'm Mike. At
Wherever you want.
with Caspian Technologies, we're an IT company.
Okay.
So we specialize in everything from managed IT, cybersecurity needs, structured cabling, access control, video surveillance, pretty much everything inside the IT world.
So, why construction?
There's such a need. I mean, we've found that the construction industry has been really good for us because they're growing. They're constantly adding more people, more staff. The technology is ever evolving in the construction space.
Yes.
Things from, you know, the digital BIM mapping to how do you manage your team out in the field, to process orders, download plans. Just the IT world is ever evolving, and it's got more and more digital needs. So we find that in the construction world specifically, they're a little slow to adapt. And you know what? We're okay with that, because sometimes you just have to wait, make it change, get it right for you, and then figure it out. And we'll help you with that.
Is there like a consultative type approach, or like how do you guys go about doing business with construction owners?
We can engage with them however really they want to. And that's the beautiful part about Caspian, is we have the ability to be everything from a consultant to a partner. So we can consult with them as they're growing to make sure that they have the right hardware and software and cybersecurity tools in place. And then as they grow, we can even take them on as a managed client. So then provide them that end-to-end support, the end user support, do security awareness training, and help them with compliance when it comes to cyber insurance. Because obviously as they grow, now you've got to worry about that type of situation, you know, ransomware and malware attacks and things like that. We can help them with that. And then as they continue to do, the other side of that coin is we can partner with them to pick up some of their work from a structured cabling standpoint. So when they're building a new building or building a new residence or multifamily unit or whatever their needs might be, a lot of technology is also going into those buildings, from access control and key fobs and cameras and cabling. We can do all of that as well.
So have you noticed a trend in like what size the construction company is when they start to approach a company like yours?
Yeah, I would say that typically around that 10 to 15 employee range is when they've gotten big enough to start having IT problems.
Yeah.
And their IT champion, the person internally, maybe it's the owner, maybe it's a friend of the family, maybe it's a friend of the owner, or just somebody inside that company that has a little skills in IT, it's now becoming too much for them to manage.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're doing your normal job, you're paying bills, running accounting, running teams, doing project management, and now you've got to worry about all the other computer stuff behind the scenes. So once they get to about that 15 employee size, they usually start looking for somebody.
Okay. And then how do these companies find you?
A couple different ways. I mean, through events like this are fantastic. We try to get out there and network. You can find us online, you know, at thinkcaspian.com. Is our website, so that's pretty easy. You know, when you think about IT, think Caspian.
Yeah.
And then of course I'm available on LinkedIn and a lot of other places as well.
Nice. And then how's the event working out for you today?
It's been a pretty good event. Yeah, a lot of really great vendors here, and I've had a lot of good conversations, and a couple of immediate meetings already come out of it. So
amazing. Well, Mike, thank you so much. It was really great meeting you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go. Yep. Hello.
Hello.
Is it Danelle?
It is Danelle.
Danelle, I'm Lou Perez. I'm with Lumber. How are you doing today?
Good. Good. How are you?
Good. And then tell me about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
So it's kind of funny. I'm here at the construction place. I am a travel writer. I am the traveling cheesehead.
Oh.
So I am.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm partnered, and I'm also a member of the Wisconsin Veterans Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. And so my latest book is kind of deviated from travel. It's a World War II book, and I've partnered with the Wounded Warrior Project. They're going to get all my profits from this title.
Amazing.
So it's technically out starting May 20th, but it's everywhere from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, everything like that right now. We have a big event coming in Madison on May 20th at the VFW on Cottage Grove Road, and it's been fun. The Chamber's been incredible at helping promote this and get the word out, and I'm looking to raise a lot of money for the Wounded Warrior Project.
Wonderful. Well, I hope we can be a platform that's helping, you know, contribute to that cause. And then how do people find this?
It is everywhere. So Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Target.com. So World War II dispatches to Madison. It's a story about a Madison founding family. They started the Madison Metro, donated land for a school, the first Madison skyscraper. So the father and son, one was World War I, one was World War II. And it's kind of a neat snapshot of Americana. And it's a guy I was able to know for about 40 years. And it was the same guy that you read about this kid. It was the same exact guy that I was blessed to be able to know.
Amazing. So is there any teasers that you want to throw out there to entice some readers to come and check it out?
It was so hard to get him to go on the Badger Honor flight. It took 6 years. He kept saying other guys deserve it more. And if he were still with us, I think he'd be very happy to know that his book is being used to help all of those that he thought deserved it more.
Amazing. All right, everybody, you heard it from Danelle. Go check it out. You go ahead and plug it one more time. Where do they go?
At Barnes and Noble, Target, your indie bookstore, anywhere. You should be able to find it anywhere.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It was really great meeting you.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, that has it. Okay. Come on down. They'll have to just, I think, talk closer. Yep. Yep. All right. So your name tag's not showing, so I'm going to ask you, who are you? What do you do?
Max from Boxel. I work in business development with Milas Flatwork.
Okay. What is Milas Flatwork?
We are a commercial industrial concrete contractor located out of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. We do foundation walls, flatwork floors, parking lot paving, tilt-up wall panels, pretty much everything that encompasses under the concrete scope of work.
Why should people choose Milas Flatwork?
We are a very quality-driven company. We have a close-knit team with a lot of experience in the construction industry. From our CEO down to our lowest-level laborers, everyone takes the same level of pride in what we're doing, and with a heavy focus on high-quality product.
How long have you guys been in business?
Our CEO started business 11, 12 years ago. He actually started out of his garage, and over the last handful of years, he's grown exponentially into 2 shops and a 10,000 square foot office in Kaukauna at our headquarters.
Nice.
As well as a Campbell Sport office location.
How long have you been with them?
I've been with them for about 2.5 years at this point. I started as an intern my senior year of college on the business development team. I went back for my final semester, graduated, and started up full-time right away. I fell in love with the company and the values and the people within it.
So instant opportunity, the playbook straight from college to the construction company. Would you, with your experience 2 years out, have any advice for any college kids, looking to get into construction? Is there anything that they should know that you maybe didn't know right away?
When you look at construction as a whole, it's an industry that's not going anywhere. We're always going to need it. And there's a stigma around construction that when you go to college, you're getting away from the trades. I took my degree and I went right back into the trades, and I don't regret it one bit. I love construction. I love concrete. I take great pride in what we do, and I wouldn't change anything I've done to this point.
Great answer. That's awesome. All right. And then how do people find you?
You can find us on LinkedIn at Milas Flatwork, Facebook at Milas Flatwork, milasflatwork.com. Those are our 3 socials that we are heavily on. We just updated our website in the last year as well.
Awesome. All right, Max, thank you so much. I think you have another one coming from your guys' side too.
Yeah, we have Dan from C. Doyle here that's here with me.
It's nice meeting you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you turn it on or off?
Yeah. It's on. All right. We have Dan Doyle from Milas Flatwork.
Actually,
C. Doyle?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's a division of Milas.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So I'm Lou Perez. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm from Lumber. So tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are, and then what do you do for C. Doyle?
Okay. Dan Doyle. Been in construction all my life. My dad started a C.E. Doyle actually in 1974 as a residential contractor.
To start our next breakout session with Dr. Lei-Yin Ho-Fung, Rogers.
It'll take 2 seconds.
Health,
Hold on.
and her subject line is mental health in
All right,
the
go ahead.
industry.
Okay. So started the company in 1974. I was 7 years old. A true story. I remember him telling my mom he was starting the company, and she cried because he took out a $1,500 loan, and she didn't know how they were going to pay it back. And that's how the company started.
Wow.
But it started small residential. Then he got into ag, and then by the late 70s, early 80s, he got into commercial construction in southeastern Wisconsin. And then from there, went through the recession of 82, almost lost the whole thing. And then after that, we really grew. Coming into 83, 84, started to grow by 87 or 86 when I was working in the field. We were up to about 100 employees. And then in the midst of all that, he decided we had to go a different direction because while we were getting a lot of craftsmen, we had a lack of really skilled masons. And workers' comp was an issue. He never really liked the architectural units because they were imbalanced and were wearing out masons, him being one of them. So he turned us towards tilt-up construction because he had seen it done and was aware of it. Found a company that figured out a way for us to insulate them up here and build them up here in the state of Wisconsin. And we became a tilt-up contractor. Went through the process of introducing that to the state. Nobody was interested, so we went directly to the public and became a GC out of necessity, started selling them, and grew it to the point that we started to do a lot of sub work for some of the major GCs in the state and a lot of our own customer base. And a little over 2 years ago, we were approached by Milas to buy us out. And
Wow.
that became effective a year and a half ago where they bought us out because, unfortunately for our family, we don't have a third generation. My kids or any of my nieces or nephews were interested in construction as a career, so we were going to end up just shutting her down, in a few years, because I'm the oldest in the family, but we probably went another 5-6 years and probably would have shut it down. So
wow. So then, how has this last year and a half been for
it
you?
has been a very exciting. It's been very eye-opening. It's a big difference. There's a generational gap between myself, who will soon be 57, and our owner, who I believe just turned 37.
Oh, wow.
So there's a generational gap where we just don't do things the same way. He's very driven. He reminds me a lot of my father, and Dylan being the owner reminds me a lot of my father. Very driven, very progressive, high energy. But the way they approach things and in the workforce, we're a Generation X firm that went to work for, all these people in their, like Max is in his 20s, 20 to 30-year-olds. So there's a generational gap there. So we're adjusting to it. I don't say that in a negative way. It's just, I just told them, you guys do things a lot differently than we did.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, get my bearings and figure that all out. But I call the experience positive.
Awesome. So then with all your experience, is there any advice that you would tell a younger person looking to get into construction or start a construction company that, would help them out getting going?
The first advice I would give to them is the advice I gave to my children when they were in high school planning on college careers, is to work hard in school, get everything that you can out of it. Get everything from every teacher, and when you're in college, professor, get everything, get your money's worth. And then when you get your first job, the success, I said, is be willing to work harder than the person next to you. And in today's day and age, that's easier than when I came up, because that's the same advice my dad gave me. And just to take advantage of the opportunities while, I consider myself an elder now, and that's hard for me to say. Doesn't seem like I should be 57, but pay real attention and respect the people that have been doing it for a long time, because while they may not do it the way you think or by the means and methods, there's a tremendous amount of wisdom. And I lost my dad when I was only 36, and I don't regret. Every day I regret that I didn't get more information from him. The wisdom, I was more in tune to arguing with him and not necessarily listening. And you only gain wisdom with time and by dealing with people that have been through it. And while it's not going to be exactly the same situation, don't take that for granted. that'd be my best advice. And just, care about it. If you really don't like or care about what you're doing, then I look for a different career. Find something that you honestly care and like doing.
Well, thank you, Dan. How's the event working out for you so
This
far?
was great. We didn't know what to anticipate.
Yeah.
A lot of great networking with the exhibitors. It was well worth it just to talk to some of these exhibitors.
Yeah.
So we plan on attending again next year, and I'm pretty certain it's going to get bigger as it goes, because I thought it was a big success.
Awesome.
From us personally, anyway.
Thank you, Dan. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you. And it was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Thank
you. All right, send them down. Hey, how you doing? I'm Lou.
Hi, Lou. I'm June. Nice to meet you.
June? All right. Here you go, June. And then they said, hold the microphone close. That's our feedback. So tell me who you are. What do you do?
I'm June Zahn. I am the owner of A Better Me Wellness Spa. Actual co-owner. I own it with my daughter, Kayla, and her husband, Chad. And we help people feel better without medicine.
Nice. Okay, that's great. So then where are you guys located?
We're in Menominee Falls.
Okay.
Good Hope and Appleton Avenue is right there by Allie's Bistro, if you know where that is. In the
Okay.
Falls. And we offer flotation therapy, infrared sauna, massage, and a device called Avicen, which stands for Advanced Vascular Circulation Enhancement. And that's the healing modality I have here today.
What is flotation therapy, you said?
Mhm.
Okay, what is that?
We have flotation therapy suites. So you have your own changing area, your own shower, and your own float room that you open with. It's a glass door, and you open and you float in 1,000 pounds of Epsom salts, and it's pretty awesome. It's only 10 inches deep, and it helps with when you're sleeping, you're not gravity free even, but when you're in a float room, you're completely gravity free, and allows for your mind to help heal everything and also get some creativity sparked. People, even athletes, float to think about strategies for their games. And me, I float once a month, and it helps me with my pain in my neck after I had a fall several years ago, and it also helps give me some creative ideas when I'm out there.
So then why construction?
My husband is he's a construction bond guy.
Okay.
Here, so for Hausman Group. And I met Rob, and Rob had talked to me about helping veterans, and I said I have wanted to help veterans and also in the construction industry for a really long time. So that is why I'm here. I saw one of your topics was mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Flotation therapy helps with mental health, as does, all of the healing modalities we offer. Avicen, we've done a lot of studies on sympathetic nervous system, switching over to parasympathetic, which is the more of a relaxation from fight or flight. So a lot of people, a lot of veterans float to and to calm them.
That's awesome. So then how's the event working out for you so far?
We're slammed. In fact, I was supposed to be here over an hour ago, and we're so slammed at our table with helping as many people and veterans as we can. And another one veteran that I just helped a little bit ago with the Avicen said her finger was just so bent for 10 years with the
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Accident, and she's actually able to move it after 20 minutes of using the Avicen. So I feel like we've done a decent job here.
That's amazing. So then how do people find you?
ABetterMeSpa.com.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, June. We really appreciate it. It's really nice meeting you.
Thank you so much. Have
Yeah,
a good day.
you too. Or did you want to pass this to the next person? Thank you. All right. Well, hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. So everybody, this is Leah Letson. She's with the Wisconsin Air National Guard. I want to introduce you. You don't even have to introduce yourself. UFC champion, so Ultimate Fighting champion. I'm super blessed to be in her presence. So excited that she's here in the Wisconsin Air National Guard as a platinum advertiser with the Construction Owners Summit. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for the summit, and then also for your service and everything that you do. But I'll stop talking. I'll let you start to say something. So tell us, who is Leah? Why are you here? You know, what do you do now?
Well, you already introduced me pretty well.
Yeah.
So I was a former UFC fighter on season 28 of The Ultimate Fighter. And then the entire time I was a professional fighter, I was actually also in the Wisconsin Air National Guard serving my country. So that was kind of the best of both worlds. I got to serve my country and have like a life outside the military. So that's why I fell in love with the Guard. And about a year ago, I got hired as a recruiter. It was my way of giving back to the Guard because the Guard has given me so much. So now I like to spread the word about what the Guard can do for everyone else. So I'm here talking about what the Air National Guard can do. And a lot of people think Air Force, Air Guard, they think airplanes, right? Which we have airplanes and we can work on them. But a lot of people don't fly. A lot of people are doing trade jobs just like they do in the civilian world. So everything that you have in the civilian world, like electrical workers, construction workers, plumbers, we have that on the military side. And right now we have some pretty hefty bonuses, up to $50,000. So
Wow.
it's pretty nice time to join.
$50,000 is no joke.
Yeah. I wish they would have had that when I first joined. They did not have that back then. So yeah, we are actually in desperate need of tradesmen in the military. So we're looking for people all the time that want to serve their country, get health insurance benefits, retirement benefits, education benefits. You can even earn an associate's degree through us in whatever trade you go into. So it's a pretty sweet deal.
That's incredible. So then with your experience, you know, you have firsthand experience. What would you tell, you know, somebody just graduating high school, you know, looking for opportunities out there? Why should they really consider, like, this should be the first step into taking yourself out into the real world?
A lot of reasons. Well, first, you can take the tests and the physical and get qualified to join the military and get a list of jobs sent to you. You can kind of explore them, come on base, tour them, see what you like, what you don't like. And that might help give you a direction. And then we'll pay you to train for whatever job you choose. And then after that, we'll pay you to go to school for whatever other career you might want. And it just gives you a sense of direction, a sense of purpose, and the ability to serve your country while being close to home, because you serve right here in Milwaukee, 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. And also you can do whatever else you want to do on the outside.
So if there's new recruits or new hires that are interested in construction, could this give them maybe a leg up on construction management or leadership coming out of this?
For sure, absolutely. So not only will we train you to learn your job, but in the military, you're held to a higher standard, right? So you're taught a lot of leadership skills. And even as a young airman, you can be put in charge of a certain job or a certain task, and it forces you to mature a lot faster than your peers. So employers love to see military in your background. So definitely gives you a leg up. And a lot of our certifications on the military side also transfer to the civilian side. So it definitely helps give you a leg up on your competition. So
Awesome. And then how do people reach out to you? How do they get a hold of you and just get the conversation started?
Okay, so I have a Facebook page, Tech Sergeant Leah Letson. Also my phone number, 414-309-0222. I'll say that again, 414-309-0222. They can text or call that number if they're at all interested in learning more. So
Amazing. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much,
Thank
Leah.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. We have Bill. Hey, Bill.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Came to sit with my buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
I am late for lunch. My name is Bill Wester. I own Victory Title. We're a small title company in Milwaukee. We cover all 72 counties in the state. We specialize in residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, and GSA. We also dabble in specialized government like DOT and railroad. We handle a bunch of search services. Some are free, so don't emphasize the free, but we are inexpensive in the range of expenses for title. In some cases, people wonder how we're making any money, but
we are cautious to make sure that the client is happy. I'm kind of a self-serving comedian, so when we do closings, I make sure that they're laughing and that they're happy. That's our main goal. When people leave our office in Milwaukee, they generally leave with a smile on their face, paperwork in their hand, and sometimes we get a pat on the back.
So why construction?
Construction for us came about out of my former life. I used to, when I first got out of school, I was a survey guy. I did survey.
Okay.
And by happenstance, I got into insurance afterwards. And then by kind of a natural progression, ended up in title insurance. So I understand. When I was in college, I spent some time as a carpenter. I've kind of done a great deal of all of it. I've laid tile, I've laid carpet, I have done carpentry, I've built decks, I've done concrete work, I've done survey, all during my college years. So I understand it, I get it, I enjoy it, and I find that servicing that industry is really balanced. When things get slow, we work on commercial. When things get hot, we're working in residential. For instance, this morning, the very first thing out of the box, I was at an inspection for a residential property that's being built by a local builder called Wade Construction, and had to get all the photos, had to do the inspection and check off the list and deliver their funds. We're very, very quick, by the way. Our services, when engaged, we can, from the time of draw request to the time that you receive your wire for your draw, is generally within 1 week. If it's a cash escrow, it can be same day or next day. In this case, they made their request yesterday. It's a cash escrow. They got their wire today. So we're efficient. We're pretty good at what we do.
It sounds like it. So then when people want to go look and seek you out, how do they find you? And then how do you start the whole conversation with people?
We're available very easily online. You can find us at victorytitlewi.com.
Okay.
Our phone number is kind of catchy. It's 414-662-8001.
That's easy.
It's not the 588 stuff, but it's pretty catchy, and it reaches us directly. We've got a very solid staff that are very professional. We respond immediately, and we like what we do. It's not necessarily fun all the time, and we're not perfect, but we strive for professional excellence through seeking perfection.
I like that.
Kind of the old-fashioned Lombardi thing. So in reverse.
You're gonna have to come up with a jingle for that number, by the way.
That'd be a tough one because I don't know if anybody can sing that. Can you? If you can
Don't ask me to. No, don't. I knew you were gonna go that way, so I'll stop you in your tracks right away. Yeah. So
how live are we? How many folks are paying attention to us?
I don't know. Yeah, it's live on multiple platforms. So we're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and it's under Lumber, and then pushing through Construction Owner Summit.
So 50 million people are paying
50 million people are watching right now. So no pressure. So and I appreciate you. How's the event working out for you?
This was stellar.
Awesome.
The breakout session for lunch was more than I expected.
Awesome.
Lots of great people, great questions from the gallery.
Yeah.
I think the collaboration between the group of you up on the panel was very professional. I enjoyed it. And lunch wasn't bad either.
No.
I got a sandwich out of it.
I'm going to go get one myself. All right, Bill. Well, thank you so much for stopping over. I really appreciate it.
Peace, brother.
Yeah. My pleasure. Yeah. Thank you. All right, everybody. That will be a wrap for our Construction Owner Summit interviews. We had a blast talking to everybody. I know that there was quite a few people. I think we just turned them away because we're coming at the end for coming up to the social hour. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment, stop by all of our social media, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and we will see you next time.